this is Jordan, Ali, and Mislav. This is an extension of the podcast, the Friendly Geordies podcast, and this is a show yet to be named. It's supposed to just be two idiots asking somebody who knows what they're talking about massive, intercontinental, shifting ideas, and as you can see, this is going to be extremely educational as this guy, because he had 2 dinners, can't be bothered to sit up.
This is the quality of the show, guys. I'm too full to sit up. So it's a good start.
It's
like when you start.
Did you think of anything, or does just your tum-tum hurt?
My tum-tum hurt. The most basic human condition. I'm too full to talk.
Mislav's sleepy.
I feel like my inclining position is a good metaphor for, you know, where we can begin. Like, if you start with trash, you can only go up from there.
Okay, yeah. In a really sick circle of life, you're hoping that this episode goes from garbage to rats having babies.
No.
That's where you go from garbage.
Garbage, and we'll just bypass that and go to like Spielberg level Emmys, like 5 Emmys, or whatever they're called.
Shouldn't Spielberg get Oscars?
Oscars. 10 Oscars.
Which is what he gets from a handicap from Kmart that is on a stagnant, very broken tripod. Darling, let's talk politics. Basically what we're asking you today, apparently, is what's the geopolitical status of Australia? You know, you always hear this term, probably you don't because you didn't do political economy at university. Neither did I did international studies, but I hear that. And so the question that is always saying is, I always go, what you need to understand is that Australia is a mid-power. And my response always to the tutor was, so that means we don't have any power. And then there'd be a pause and they go, yes.
That's right.
It just means you're rich, but no one gives a shit.
Yeah, pretty much. And it makes it really difficult to continue to be rich.
Look at the camera, Ali.
Yeah.
Just quickly, how beautiful is the set?
This is Ali's house. It is great. If you could expand the camera from here, you'll notice that there's like 4 Pakistani dudes lying down on mattresses smoking,
masturbating.
There's such an attitude at this house of why shit when you can lie. That's a good point.
And I'm just embodying the vibe, really. I'm just embodying the vibe.
I don't normally shit on my ass. I lie on my ass. Mislav 2016, going places. Check out his band. Can't remember its name. So tell us what a mid-power is.
Yeah, a mid-power, essentially any country has 2 major issues that they would need to deal with, right? Which is how to stay safe. So if you have a house, your 2 major concerns are that I hope someone doesn't come in and kill me. And the second concern is how can...
Which is Australia's attitude. We invented the blockout shutter. And that is pretty much our entire attitude to Australia, isn't it?
Gotta make these bad. Let's get blockout tough. Boom. I love how you tackle
it. The Liberal Party is the blockout shutter of political parties, isn't it? I've got one function, but I'm fucking good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would be sort of every country would have those nightmares, and they'll always keep this security state paradigm to keep going.
Look, let's not use the word paradigm. Let's dumb this down.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Wait. Let's elevate the audience, and by audience I mean me. What's a paradigm?
A paradigm is a phenomena, as in.
Thank you.
Alright, college boy. I'm just joking.
Yeah, we've all been to college.
The current structure
he paid a teacher.
a current structure of things.
Guys, as
right.
As a disclaimer, if it does get too, you know, too intellectual, one of us can just kick each other in the balls, so it's not that big a deal.
So put that in the comment section. Who do you want kicked in the nuts in the next episode? And whoever gets the most likes, I thoroughly recommend that you put Mislav's
No, I thoroughly recommend Jordan. I I thoroughly recommend it.
Get off me! That's not part of the rules.
I'm in charge. I'm in charge.
Yeah, sorry, but keep
Alright,
going,
anyway,
keep going.
so there's two major concerns that any country would have, and Australia is no different. To keep yourself protected, which is through basically securing your borders. This is something that Mislav would appreciate as well.
wall.
Build that wall. Hey, anyway,
Yeah.
so you would need
I
to
don't
keep...
condone the wall.
Continent Island Wall.
I don't condone the wall,
I do
but,
not condone this wall.
but the idea is interesting.
Well, every country needs an immigration policy, Ali.
Yeah, any country. Yeah, and Australia is no different. So Australia, the biggest thing is that Australia needs to keep itself secure, and the other thing is that Australia somehow needs to keep making money so that we can live a good standard of living.
Is that why everybody moved away from the Shogun Japanese model of just keeping everybody out? And then once some Dutch dudes rocked up 400 years ago, they were great, and then as soon as they tried to leave, they like made them stay there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, is this Van Diemen's Land?
No, I said Japan.
Oh.
Get your head out of Australia, mate.
What
We're
is
talking about the
Japan?
world.
Sorry, guys.
This is Australia's relationship to the planet, alright? And
I'm sorry.
1600 AD Shogun Japan society.
Okay.
We just made a quick trip in there.
Okay. Sashimi, I got it. Continue.
Good. That's a very good conclusion to that retraction. Now, Ali,
Okay,
try and
so-
wind this back to Australia somehow, please.
Somehow, let's bring it back. So in order to keep, and what it considers its security is essentially the way it makes money. So Australia, like any other island nation, is heavily dependent on its maritime trades to make money. In Australia more so, because Australia's most of its exports, which are minerals, you can only make more money if you sell in high volumes. So if you sell coal, you need to sell a shitload of coal to make money, instead of like if you were, I don't know, selling luxury goods. You would need to sell way less. So Australia, we depend a lot on these maritime trading routes. So somehow we need to keep these protected. We need to keep our ships flowing without anyone bothering them.
Is that why piracy is still illegal in Australia?
That is because Australia's biggest nightmare are these
The rise of the pirate.
Wait, you mean like actual pirates?
actual pirates.
God, I just thought of you wouldn't steal a car, so why would you steal this film? I thought you meant that kind of piracy.
Well, it's
yeah,
just
that mean
stealing,
everybody hates
essentially.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Especially Justin Timberlake.
But Australia actually...
yeah, he knows
Yeah.
the score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JT.
MySpace, good investment.
He invested in
He
MySpace.
owns it. He bought it off Rupert Murdoch and was like, sucker!
I knew I hated JT for a reason, not just his crummy music. MySpace. I hope that... Oh, I just keep crashing. I just want that to crash and burn for him.
It already has.
already has.
Your wing is
been
made.
No,
fulfilled.
but like even more so.
How
I don't know
can
where
it
it's
be
gonna
even
go
more
from
so?
there.
How can it even go?
I feel like I want to go...
What are you hoping
When was
from
the last
I want
time you heard
MySpace. I want
MySpace?
MySpace to go into negative money.
It is in negative money. I'm pretty sure it's a massive loss.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's,
Well, good.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so mission accomplished. Something that's
accomplished.
already occurred that you sincerely wish happened. Thank you very much for that non-contribution.
Yeah.
It's really me learning on this show. That's why I'm so reclined. I'm just like the audience. So I'm learning too, guys.
You're not listening, are you, Mislav? You know that this is being recorded, so your thoughts are, I'll just watch this later.
I'll see what this is about.
They record lectures, I'll just listen to it online.
Just like at uni.
This is amazing, yeah. Okay, this is the new show. This is what it's going to be called. Jordan and Mislav go back to school.
Yes.
As just Ali, but as a tutor. Very long title. We're sticking with it. That's permanent now.
And it's a tutor, not a professor. You know the tutor that's kind of trying to wing it
Yes.
while saying, yes, I'm pretty sure, like, a student asked a really good question. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard the professor say something about this.
Yes. Because
Yeah.
before this, I was saying, well, Fidel Castro's dead, so why don't we make the first show about this? And then Ali says, yeah, but I need to brush up on that. And you mean watch a couple of YouTube videos. Yeah. It was amazing. Stealing content that is free. We figured a way to do it.
I should have prepared for his debt. But, so, okay, going back to piracy. And I mean actual piracy, like where's my piracy?
Ramen, yeah.
Where,
Captain
like,
Cook, mate.
these ships sort of stop shipping trades and say, this is my ship, or I'm going to steal everything that's in it. Or make them hostages to...
Which just quietly sounds like a kind of cool career prospect, but...
Dude, it's shit. Like, you'll get
being a pirate would be a good career prospect.
Yes.
Yeah, what's Captain
Japan.
Phillips? Have you seen Captain Phillips?
No.
It's about Tom Hanks being fucked by pirates. Anyways, so Australia's...
I'll stick with Captain Cook, bro.
But Captain Cook wasn't a pirate.
It was.
Oh my god.
I'm not
Oh, actually, is that the Hook guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Pakistan.
Not the guy who found Australia.
Yes, but Mislav, you said Captain Cook.
Oh yeah, what's he called?
You made that mistake that everybody kept making until the movie Hook came out, and then every 7-year-old learned, never again, not making that mistake.
Was I supposed to say Hook?
Because Captain Cook...
That's so good. You're currently listening to the 4th contributor to this brand new show, Ali's Fan.
Oh god.
#1 fan.
#1 fan. The first fan.
I love who had to
That was amazing, just an electronic crickets of when Mislav said something. So that happens a lot of the podcasts. If you haven't watched it, check it out. FriendlyJohnny'sPodcast.com is not a site, so just look it up.
Podbean. I love how we'd have to succumb to grabbing inanimate objects and dragging them into frame already.
It's very Hey It's Saturday. Yeah, okay, so piracy is a big
piracy
issue for
is a
Australia.
big problem. It's because that's what Australia depends on. So that's why Australia is obsessed by these islands that are close to it in the north. There's two issues. They behave as buffer states for Australia in a security perspective, in case if someone attacks, like Japan in World War II. These islands would be where Australia can set up its bases and we can have a fight over there before they come to us. So they're strategically very important.
Why would we give up Papua New Guinea then? That was great buffer.
Well, it's hard to...
Stop the Japs.
It is still a buffer. It is still a buffer. That's why Australia makes sure that Papua New Guinea doesn't become, in any sense...
Descend into chaos, but stays what is known as Gang Rape Island.
And...
So just enough help.
No. It's not
escape from LA.
It's not really descent into chaos. It's more like it's not hostile to Australia.
So they don't care if it's in chaos.
Yeah, whatever.
It's over there.
The other thing that they are worried about is piracy on these islands. So they don't want it to become another Somalia where any ships that are going... Because Papua New Guinea, again, is coming in the way of all of Australia's maritime traffic to Japan. It's a crucial area. So they whatever is happening there, they make sure that it's not against anything that Australia wants. That's their primary concern.
Just
anything else, it's fine.
Just quickly, play out the scenario of what happens when pirates, take over or whatever. When pirates attack this day and age, what exactly is that situation?
And let's make that 20% less dumb than that question.
Yeah.
So what happens if Papua New Guinea becomes a modern day Shanghai?
What happened? A modern day Shanghai, as in like a piracy hub.
Yeah, a piracy cove.
Yeah. So what happens is then all of the ships, because more and more ships are going to be, these pirates are going to disrupt them, which means that the insurance companies are going to increase their premiums on shipping from Australia to Japan, which it will make Australian exports more expensive and less orders. So it'll lower the standard of living because we'll be making less money. We'll be paying more for something that we could have gotten less because we have to overcome all of this bullshit now.
Are there any swords and eye patches?
Not anymore, unfortunately. It's mostly just like, and it's not even swords. They're like AK-47s.
Yeah, so that's very
guns.
more militant. It's a shame.
Yeah, you're not down
Bring
for
back
that.
the old school, Do they drink rum at least?
I don't think that they can afford rum. Maybe if they hijack a liquor ship, But other than that, I'm pretty sure that they'd just be leaving a coconut in the sun until it ferments.
Yeah,
it could be alright.
you make do with what you've got, man. They don't have like
Okay.
Scottish
Yeah,
expeditions
they're not
coming towards
pirates
them.
because it's a good career prospect if you imagine in your bizarre mind.
And they didn't hear like Treasure Island in primary school and said, "I want to be a pirate." They just reached a situation where they either had to sell their kidney or become a pirate. So
They probably already did sell their kidney. You can only do that once.
you can only do that once, and this one guy was conned. He thought he could do it twice, so he did.
Yeah. And everybody learned with him arriving on the ground in a bathtub going, please get me a doctor. We don't have any. This is Somalia. They just realised that that's it.
The closest
They can't do
doctor is in Gold Coast.
Can we get a GoFundMe page going for me to be a pirate?
Okay,
Why do you want
why
to be
not?
funded to be a pirate? Like, to be a pirate, you need to be like an absolute shit and just go there and make your money over there.
Yeah.
You can't like, save up money, so you...
One guy on the ship's like, this is going to be fun.
Okay. Alright, so what you want to be is the white version of one of those dudes that signs up to ISIS going, this is just going to be like scouts in high school.
Yeah, but in a less religious suicide bomby way. More just kind of, you know...
I find what I keep. Oh, nice, a refrigerator.
Yeah.
What you want to do
Trinkets and
is
bits. Trinkets.
looting,
Yes, yeah.
but on the high seas.
Pretty much. And
So at any
lots of
point, if
songs.
somebody has a TV that you wanted, you don't have to just go, You can also kick them off so they fall and go, get eaten by
Yeah,
sharks.
I feel like my world needs to revolve more around a moat and planks, so...
Yeah,
That's a great... Alright, we'll put that in the
that's-
sentence under Mislav's GoFundMe to be a pirate. The reason this needs to happen is because I need my life to have more planks in it.
yes.
That's really good.
Isn't
Isn't it great
I
we've
don't
become
mean-
that much of a tolerant society that we're now paying somebody to do that?
Yeah.
The ultimate end of like follow your dreams.
I would do that. I would,
Yeah, the next level. You follow my dreams
yeah, I get
and pay for it.
I get some bloody good Instagram photos, let me tell you. He's walking off now, aka...
Yeah, that's the return for you guys in investment. Sick gram pics.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll
That's
establish
it for
another
that.
career trajectory. But yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
so pirates. So that's like one of the biggest issues that Australia has. So that's why it needs to maintain control over all of these islands. The other biggest issue that Australia has is that its major trading partner is China. China, Japan, South Korea, essentially in Southeast Asia. China poses an issue for Australia because it is in certain regards in conflict with America. And America is extremely important to Australia because America is the only place that guarantees security of these maritime trading
It's the big dogs.
It's the big dog. Australia has always basically sided with the country that has the biggest military.
Yeah,
Historically,
the feral
yeah.
dogs, when you see that there's all these mutts, a bunch of kelpie cross blue heelers roaming around in rural Australia, and then for some bizarre reason there's a fox terrier in the pack. That's Australia. That old manky fox terrier that has that anus that's sort of out of its butthole region. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was essentially the British Navy that safeguarded Australia's interests, and then when they couldn't do it, it was American Navy, which continues to safeguard Australia's maritime security till this day. Which is why when George Bush says that we're going to invade Iraq, irrespective of how much Australian politicians think that that's a bad idea, they have to do it. Because
Damn!
yeah.
Finally, a comprehensive answer to that.
Yeah,
Because they always just say to John Howard while he's sitting there, like, just admit it, you made a mistake by following George Bush into Iraq. And every time he sits there quite staunchly but doesn't really have an answer, and you think, oh, he's got you now, Howard. But actually, he's really playing a different game,
You can't
baby.
do it, because then in an issue when Australia, for some reason, let's say in a bizarre scenario, China blocks Australia's maritime routes to Japan. This is something that could potentially happen. And then Australia's going to look at America and say, well, now you need to defend me, and you need to fight these guys. And if Australia had not participated in the Iraq war, then Americans could have said, well, you were doing this is going to be difficult, but now America will have to do it. It's just like, it's one of those alliances that there's no room for saying no.
So Paul Keating's wrong. We should keep the ANZUS Treaty in effect.
Essentially, but well, and you have to continue to do it until America has the biggest navy. In an instance where, let's say, China's navy becomes even more impressive than America's, then I'll say then you can actually see that Australia might move away.
It's not and you, it's and's us.
We moved away from that point and started talking about China, and then you brought it back to there. Good work.
Well, you know, some issues need
Someone's
revisiting.
got to do it.
Some issues need revisiting, mate.
You can't leave your tradition. You need to know what happened.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
China's flag doesn't have as many stars. Mislav, second point.
So the
Australia has rainbow. Yeah.
So the other question I had then was, why the fuck do we even have a navy then? What's the point?
Flatties, brah.
Well, our navy.
What? Fishing for flatties, brah.
Again, John Howard sitting in this pressing 60 Minutes interview asked why did we even bother having a navy, knowing that it's just to keep a bunch of dudes from Cairns happy with a bunch of those photos in their profile pictures going, it's bigger than me! It's bigger than me!
Because chili, ginger and fish go together bloody well.
yeah. Just on the front of tabloids everywhere, Howard finally lets loose.
Oh, I'd buy that.
Okay.
Hey, I would.
No, why do we really need a navy?
Yeah.
Not
Well,
fishing.
why does Australia need so?
Probably for fishing, I reckon.
No, it isn't.
For
A lot of illegal fishing of, oi, that's our salmon.
It's to deal with
You need
issues that
defense,
America
right?
doesn't need to get involved in, to keep our backyard clean. America is like an insurance policy. It's when shit goes real bad that when you need them. But let's say if there was piracy in some of the islands of Indonesia, and Indonesia was saying that we need your help to deal with this, then Australia would need a navy. They can't just go up to America and say, can you send your boys to deal, like, it doesn't,
Dude.
like America would say you need to build certain amounts of things to like defend yourself. This
Right,
kind of-
okay, so America is a fire hydrant. We're just your local garden hose that you see those guys every time it says bushfire warning in southern Victoria. There's always some fat dude spraying water on his roof going, that ought to make it fireproof.
Yeah.
We don't even need a navy. Just send like the roughest dinghy owners from northern Queensland. Send those fuckers in. Here's a fucking gun, you fucking dirty dog. That'll sort shit out. Our international relations will be sorted because everyone will be very frightened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're meaning it.
He's got 4 teeth. I think we're onto something here, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Me too.
If you think we are, put it in the comments section. Ali, is that all you'd like to share with us today?
I don't even know what I shared.
But it's time as any to finish it. Well, I guess we'll have a part 2 of Australia's international relations coming up later. We'll put some level of structure in it next time. How about that?
I'll try to sit up next time.
And also put in the comments.
Yes, that's one commitment that Miss Love's made.
I'll move my ass for the people of Australia.
Yeah,